I see Aussies are wasting no time jumping on their favourite pastime, a good old-fashioned tall poppy takedown. Adrian Portelli buys out Derrimut gyms and the comments? Absolutely insidious. So let's talk about it. Yesterday was announced that Portelli had bailed out the struggling gym chain, and as predictable as ever, one scroll through Reddit or Instagram and it's the same old tired chorus. Portelli's a con, he's exploiting people, and if he's so rich, why doesn't he just give it all to charity? Well, Derrimut was in serious strife. Massive ATO debts, unpaid rent, and hundreds of staff at risk. Portelli steps in, negotiates, pays creditors, and keeps around 800 people employed. Like him or not, that is what capital does. That is money hard at work, saving infrastructure and saving jobs. But you won't see that in the comments because the outrage only ever cuts one way. Every day, CEOs of corporate monoliths siphon off cash into their Sydney Harbour mansions or their private jets, and no one bats an eyelid. So long as they play the game, say the right buzzword, they're an LGBT ally, or they're a climate warrior, all is forgiven. Let's take Mike Cannon-Brookes, Atlassian co-founder. Buys himself a $75 million private jet, but it's fine because at least he thought about climate change before he boarded it. Adrian Portelli cranes a $2 million McLaren into an apartment and suddenly he's a crook, he's a scammer, and he's public enemy number one. And the people screaming about capitalism? Well, they're doing it from their iPhones, wearing their Nikes, waiting for Amazon parcels and Uber Eats deliveries. They don't actually hate capitalism. What they hate is watching someone who wins at it. Where they should direct that energy is at cronyism, where monopolies are on taxpayer-funded bailouts, CEOs are raking in millions thanks to political mates rates, and they're getting their golden parachute, because that's actual corruption. But what Portelli is doing isn't being parachuted into some cushy role, he's literally carving out his own lane. And the LMCT plus outrage? Well, when did everyone forget about agency? We've got everyday people rorting the NDIS scheme that now costs taxpayers $48.5 billion a year, more than our entire defense budget. But the second someone earning their own money decides to buy into this lottery, that's a scandal. Suddenly they don't know what they're doing. They actually hate Adrian because he built businesses while they're out blowing their own cash on coke for the weekend or the latest Labubu drop. They're maxing out their afterpay, drowning in Klarna debt, but sure, let's lecture the guy who built his wealth from nothing. It's like these virtue centuries just sit online waiting for their next target, screaming scam because it's easier than facing their own inertia. Adrian didn't stumble into this by accident. He dreamed of it, he risked for it, and he played the game loudly, and it's paid off. So what do Aussies do? They sneer, they call him a criminal, as if bitterness is a higher moral code. Well, it isn't. It's a mirror that reflects their refusal to even try. Tearing down people has never built a thing. It doesn't lay foundations, it doesn't hire staff, and it doesn't pay wages. Risk does, work does, and vision does. So before you start hating on Portelli, ask yourself, are you really defending the vulnerable, or are you just soothing the sting of your own mediocrity? Because if the only thing you've built is bitterness, maybe you're not the moral authority you think you are. Maybe you're just the chorus line in Australia's favourite pantomime, the Tall Poppy Parade.